What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Swift Sports video. Today we're testing my knowledge just like last video with the NFL. Today we're doing it with the NBA. I have about 5 quizzes and 3 extra little games for us to play so you can see my knowledge up to this point. Today's currently May 21st at 9:51 p.m. as I'm recording this. I'll probably post it up tomorrow morning, so any of these games that you enjoy to play that you're watching, don't worry about it. They are yesterday's, so it's not too spoiled unless you go back. Trying to let you guys can come back. All these websites have previous games. You can play along in the video with me down in the comments. Let me know what else you want me to talk about as well. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so games that we have today are LeConnections, HoopGoat, ICallGame, which actually is really hard, and I don't expect me to do much there. And then there's HoopGoat website that has a quiz, has a trivia, and then the fun games that I mentioned earlier are the Keep 4, Cut 4, Start, Bench, Cut, and Blind Tier List that I will go through. So, LeConnections, I obviously see Giannis and Thanasis. They usually go together. Bobby Portis played for the Bucks. And Miles Turner plays for the Bucks. So right here I think is current Bucks. So we can try and go through that. Yeah, Milwaukee Bucks for now. Giannis may get traded. I actually happened to see a package earlier that's reportedly, so I don't know 100%, but it was Giannis. So the Heat supposedly offered this. It was Tyler Herro, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, this year's first and 2 future first just for Giannis. If I'm the Bucks, I'm taking that. If I'm the Heat, you're smoking crack. That's my opinion. But back to the video. Cedric Howard was just named first team All-Pro today. Same with Khan, same with Cooper Flagg, and same VJ Edco. Yep, all rookie team with those 4. Now, this gets into the hard part because I think there's no part of the rules, but I think these 2 are the hardest to get out of the colors. How to play. No, there's actually the medium and the expert. Okay, so I got the hard there. It's really unfair that I just learned it, but the truth, the process, maybe it has to do with nicknames. I have no clue what Wayne Selden has to do with any of this, so that's probably the hard part. I know he went to Kentucky. I don't know too much for colleges. That's a big blind spot for me. He went to Texas anyways. I think he might have gone to Kentucky, so if it is Kentucky, that could be Embiid, Wiggins, I think Paul Pierce, but we'll slow down on that. Jeff Green, you have Rockets. KD, you have Rockets. If I'm thinking teams, Andrew Wiggins, you have Heat, you have Timberwolves, you have Warriors. Was he on the Sixers with Embiid? I don't think so. Paul Pierce, you have Celtics, Nets. Blanking on anything else. Danilo Gallinari, obviously the Hawks. Obviously the Knicks. So 76ers, 76ers, 76ers. And I think Paul Pierce played for the 76ers at some point. 1 away. Jeff Green was on a lot of teams. Okay, so not those 2. So it's at least these 3. I know that for sure. Now, is it Wayne Selden or Danilo Gallinari? We're going to go with Danilo Gallinari. Okay, so how was I 1 away here? But when I didn't go him, I wasn't 1 away. And I didn't go him, I wasn't 1 away. So that means it's not Paul George, it's not Joel Embiid. So, I have to figure out which one of these it's not. What do these have in common? Like I said, maybe Kentucky players. So that would put me with who? We're going to go with Wayne Selden. Kansas. Okay. So it was the college. I just completely messed up the name. So it's Kansas. And then these, I honestly have no clue. It's the second hardest, so it should be pretty obvious. But I can't think of anything. If it's a team, let's see. Katie and Paul George have never played for the... They both played for the Thunder. I think it's Thunder players. Yeah. What was that? Forwards that play for the Thunder. Pretty much got that there. So, we're 1-0 this time. We're looking a lot better than last time. Now this, can I just go Jokic for all of it? So people who averaged 10 plus, oh, it's just anyone who averaged 10 plus rebounds. Okay. Let's go. I mean, Jokic is pretty obvious. Let's go try and go deeper than that. Let's see, any people who played in the 2000s that I might know. Do we just go obvious? Like, there's no way Ben Wallace didn't average 10 plus rebounds in a season. Okay, 0.46 with Ben Wallace. 267 possible answers. Okay, so it's not too crazy. Let's see. Let's think of some old heads that may have added that. There's Kareem. People are probably going to guess him. There's Jokic. People are going to guess him. There's Giannis. People are going to guess him. Wemby. People are going to guess. I don't think, even though he has 4 DPOIs, I don't think Rudy Gobert averaged 10. But that might be a good shout. 1.5. Okay. Trying to get as low as possible. Let's think. Any players now average 10 this season? Ooh. This guy's been around the league for a while. Let's go with Vooch. Okay. How do I spell this? Vooch. Nikola Vooch. Okay, so it's the accent. That's why. Nikola Vucevic. Let's go with Vooch. 1.25. Okay. It's better than Rudy Gobert. Now, let's think of people who normally people wouldn't think of. Let's go with... Did Serge Ibaka get this? No, he didn't. Okay. Well, that sucks. There's no way Kendrick Perkins did this. I'm trying to think of like random like Thunder centers. Yeah, no. Because I'm thinking like early like Russ, James Harden, KD kind of era Thunder that I grew up with. Not a Thunder fan. I'm a Heat fan, which Bosch didn't do it. Ooh, Hassan Whiteside. Now I'm thinking of Heat players. Hassan Whiteside had to. There we go. 1.18 with Hassan Whiteside. Let's go. Let's see. Who else did I grow up with? Birdman didn't do it. Celtics wise, maybe Paul. Let's go with Kevin Garnett. I feel like people would have put this, but 0.35. Okay, so Kevin Garnett's actually lower than Hassan Whiteside. That's insane. I don't think Paul Pierce ever did. I mean, there's Russ. There's Oscar Robinson. That's probably pretty obvious, though. He's probably me one of the low ones. 1.32. Okay, so that's actually not bad. Russ is probably there. I'm not going with Russ. I'm not going with Jokic. I'm not going with the big names. Meanwhile, I went with KG and Ben Wallace, so I kind of went with big names. Even Oscar Robertson's known for his triple-double, so I'm surprised. Wasn't that many guesses. But I don't think any other guard did it besides Russ and Oscar Robertson. LeBron, I don't think ever did this. So I'm not even going to guess him because that's just a big name. Let's think. Why can I not think of anyone? Maybe Andre Drummond? Did Andre Drummond ever do this? He did, 0.56. Okay. We're getting some pretty low ones. Our highest is what? Rudy Gobert, 1.47. Like, it has to be starters. That's what sucks. You can't just name, like, end of the bench players that most people don't know to try and, like, do this, but it's got to be, like, 2 or 3 years, like, prime kind of centers. That's what I'm thinking of when I put Hassan Whiteside. Andre Drummond had a longer prime than that, but people don't think of him anymore. Vooch has never been too great. Rudy Gobert, people kind of just hate him, so they don't want to put him. Let's see, retired center Dirk. Didn't he do it? But he's a power forward, not center, but still doesn't really matter position. I don't want to put Dirk because that seems too known. Did Channing Frye ever do this? I'm just thinking, like, I'm just trying to think of people at this point. Any tall players that, like, randomly played. Let's go with David Robinson. Why not? Let's just put a David Robinson up there. 0.87. Let's put some old heads. Shout out the General. Now that I think about it, why did they always do commercials? Why did the General always do commercials with Shaq? You have David Robinson right there. Or no, he's the Admiral. That's why. Never. Wait. Hold on. David Robinson. Nickname. The Admiral. That makes more sense. The Admiral, not the General. Sorry. My apologies. Tony Parker never did it. There's no way. Manu Ginobili never did it. Jason Kidd never did it. I'm trying to think of this random. Fuck it. Let's go Porzingis. What the fuck? Shout out Tingus Pingus over here. Okay, never mind. Don't shout him out. Take that back. He didn't get 10 rebounds. You're 7'2", 7'3", I don't know. But you can't get 10 rebounds? You know what? Let's go Yao Ming. Did he ever get it? Bang. Alright, so we got a rare score of 8.45 on this. This is probably one of the easier ones just because it's so spread out. It's the same thing. People are guessing out of 270 names. But our highest one was Rudy Gobert at 1.41 and then Yao Ming at 1.26. Actually, Oscar Robertson at 1.28. But yeah, I'm really surprised like people weren't putting Ben Wallace. I guess he was more of a blocker than a rebounder, but he's still in the paint so much. That's why I put him. I put any bigs that I knew weren't really outside at the 3. All right, ICallGame now. Obviously, we can see this. I see Pistons jerseys in the back, and I see Ford right here, so I know we are at the Pistons. Where is the Pistons? Am I blind? Right there. And then obviously the visitor is the Lakers because we see Russ. Submit. Boom. Done. This was, since Russ is on the Lakers and Melo's still here, I think 2023. I want to say it's 22 or 23. Let's go 23. Okay, that's wrong. I don't think Melo was here later, but I also don't think Isaiah was. There's no way this was that long ago. Is it 24? Off by 3 years. Okay. 2020. It was 2021. That was 5 years ago? Isaiah Stewart getting held back, running after people, was 5 years ago? You know what? I'll find that clip and edit it in right here.
On the free throw line on the free throw, and he's still trying to get loose. He is knocking over.
Just so you guys see that. And that was 5 years ago. I don't think this was a playoff game. It was regular season, yeah. Head coach was, well, this was Darvingham. Yeah. This was... Oh, it just says the names. Okay. Okay, I guess that was wrong. For both of them? Okay, who is... Was it Rob Pelinka at this point? Is Rob Pelinka not a coach? Hold on. No, he's their GM. Okay. I knew the Lakers had Rob Pelinka somewhere, but I don't know. For some reason, I cannot remember who was the coach before Darvin Ham at that point. But this might be... Was this when Chauncey Billups was there? And let's just put, like... Is there Dan? Is there Fred? Yeah, let's just put Fred Hoiberg. Dwayne Casey and Frank Vogel. Dude, Frank Vogel was so ass, I forgot he existed. Dwayne Casey kind of sucked too. Wasn't this they're like very bad season or something? Number of players who played, obviously, Cade. And then you have Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart. Dang, he started the league. And then let's just go with Russ, Carmelo, LeBron. You got Wayne Ellington in the picture. You have Anthony Davis in the picture. I think Dwight Howard might have been in this. Yes, he was. Can I tell who these people are by the picture? Who is that? Hold on. I cannot read that. That's way too blurry. I'm not that great at faces. Like, I obviously know those three. Is that Thomas Bryant on there? No. I just looked at the hair. Can't really tell. I was like a 40-something. It's DeAndre Jordan? It is. Dang, I didn't know he played for the Lakers. I really don't remember this. Alright, let's just think of other people. I don't think Jalen Duren was in the league at this point. The Pistons were terrible at this point, so it's like a lot of these people are off the team. There's No, Jalen Duren was not in the league at this point. It's crazy. 95% of people put Isaiah Stewart. This whole thing is about Isaiah Stewart. And not even 100%. Some people didn't even get Anthony Davis or Russ right here. 85% got Carmelo right there. I guess they don't know they can go back. Because you get Wayne Ellington, you get Anthony Davis, you get LeBron, you get Cade. You just type in the last name. Now, I can't tell. I'm not great with faces and names. So, I'm going to have to skip. We're going to count this one as a loss. Yes, skip. See all players. All right. So, Jeremy Grant. Oh, Sadiq Bey. Whatever happened to Jeremy Grant? 101%. Okay, buddy. Clearly not. Trey Lyles. I didn't. No way I would have gotten that. Sorry, respect you for making the NBA, but I've never heard of you. Hamidou Diallo. Josh Jackson and Frank Jackson I've never heard of either. Corey Joseph I have. On the Lakers, Malik Monk Rondo, forgot was still in the league. Honestly, thought he retired a lot earlier. Oh yeah, I forgot. This was the unction year. Literally the youngest person is what? Taylor Horton Tucker year? Maybe Anthony Davis. Like, you got LeBron, Carmelo, Russ, Dwight, DeAndre Jordan, Rondo, Avery Bradley. Like, I forgot this was the unction year of the Lakers. Select who scored the last points in the game. I was supposed to know that. What's this called? Okay, not LeBron. Clearly, Melo was not playing because he's in a hoodie right now. So he wasn't playing much. Russ would have been on the court. Anthony Davis would have been on the court. Cade would have been on the court. It would have been Anthony Davis. Okay. Summary. Not great. We went under 500. Okay, the video's unavailable. But only better than 18%. We went under 500, so not going to count that as a win. 2-1 so far. Now, daily quiz right here. I don't know much about HoopGoat. I have not looked at this before this. I just learned about it while researching for the video. But players who have scored 40 plus points and had 10 plus assists in a single playoff game since 99-2000. Okay, so I'm going to go with LeBron James. Seems like it should be pretty safe. I'm going to actually go with Cade Cunningham. I think he might have had 10 plus assists when they played just now. No, they did not. I know Paolo had 40 points, but I don't think he had 10 assists. Who else would have had 40 points? Let's go with Curry. That seems like a possibility. Steph Curry did it, yes. Jokic had to do this. 100%. Let's go with Russell Westbrook. Who else would have had 10 plus assists that's been scoring a lot? Let's go with, I don't think Kevin Durant would have had 10 assists. Let's go with Jason Kidd. He might have had this at this point. But I don't think he had 40 points. Dwayne Wade, maybe. No. Alright. Let's try and think of any finals runs. Who would have had 10 plus assists? Manu Ginobili. Let's go with that. No. Tony P. Tony Parker was there. There's no way Tim Duncan had. I mean, there's still a possibility. Let's go with Kawhi. Kawhi Leonard, no. There's no way Kyle Lowry had 40 points, right? No, I'm not even gonna guess that one. Let's see, any other finals runs? Maybe Jason Tatum had a game like this. Maybe Jaylen Brown. No. Dude, who's having 10 plus assists? There's 15 other people that have done this. No, let's just start naming superstars. Kevin Durant, sure. Okay, he's actually up there. Didn't expect him to get 10 plus assists. Who's some other? Giannis, maybe. Jimmy Butler can definitely do this. Jimmy Butler is there. I already said Jokic. I already said Curry. I already said LeBron. Any other? Shea, maybe. Shea's up there. Does Wemby already have this? Wemby is not up there. Let's see who's still in the playoffs now. Jalen Brunson, maybe? Jalen Brunson is up there. I don't think anyone else on the Knicks. Let's see. Did I already guess Cade Cunningham? I don't know if I did, but Donovan Mitchell has scored over 40 points plenty of times in the playoffs. No. Joel Embiid has. That's a good possibility. Joel Embiid has not done this, though. Let's see. You had the Cavs. You had the Hornets. None of them have done that. I know that for sure. I'm trying to think of go through the current teams right now. Maybe any of them there. Paul George ever do this? Chris Paul could definitely have done this. Rondo could have definitely done this. Paul Pierce maybe could have done this. I didn't believe in that. I started fading out seeing it. Let's see. I might have to give up soon. I will give up at 5 minutes. So I'm going to give myself 50 more seconds here to try and keep naming players. I'm trying to think of guards. I don't think there's any other bigs. Let's think out at the West. There's Luka. Luka might have done this. Maybe Kyrie. Ooh, I spelled that wrong. Kyrie Irving. No. J.R. Smith did not do this. Even trying to think even finals runs. Anyone else on those Cavs teams? No. Anyone on the Warriors teams? We'll guess Clay. Think that might be. I know for sure Draymond is not up here. There's no way he scored 40 in a playoff game. I'm 100% confident that. We're giving up though, because that's after 5 minutes. We're 12 out of 20. I'm still going to chalk that up as a loss because it's not 20 out of 20. But let's see. Kobe, that makes sense. Dame, honestly, don't even think of playoff time because hasn't won a ring. Actually, I do think it's shot over Paul George's playoff, so I can't say anything about that. Trae Young, I would not have thought of at all. Devin Booker, I don't think of as a passer, so I wouldn't have thought of him. John Morant, I probably would not have thought of at all. T-Mac, James Harden, I guessed everyone else on the Thunder in that year, but and then John Wall. Well, not I guess John Wall. Yes. So 2-2. But daily trivia here. Finals MVP one time. That's got to be Jaylen Brown. 5-time All-Star played for Golden State Warriors. 7-time All-Star played for Cleveland. Kyrie's been more than 7. Maybe Tristan Thompson. Let's go with that. Tristan Thompson actually works there. Okay. 5-time for the Warriors. B-Pods. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think B-Pods will ever make an All-Star game. Draymond's probably made more than 5. Trying to think of young people that are like 28-ish. Kevon Looney, I don't know. Porzingis, he played for Golden State. He currently plays for him. Let's go with Porzingis. Okay, so none of those were right. A 13-time All-Star one. Okay, is this Paul Pierce? No, that's wrong as well. Okay. You know, I thought I was right when I was first guessing. Oh, look, it went right. No, I got all those wrong. 1-time All-Star first team. Dude, what? I guess we'll go Draymond. One-time All-Star MVP. Who pays attention to All-Star MVPs? No, let's just go with Kyrie Irving, I guess. He's definitely made it more than 7 times, though. 1 rebound title. So it's a big. So I'm looking at the right people. Porzingis was not a rebound title. I can tell you that. Shoot. Zaza Pachulia. That's where you're going. Nope, won't even let me. Won't even let me go with it. Who would have been a rebound title? We're just gonna go with Draymond again. Just put it up there. 4-time All-NBA first team. Let's go with Kevin Garnett. Right? No, I don't think he played for the Celtics. Who played on that Celtics team? Yeah, we'll go with Kevin Garnett. Because I think he was with the Big Three trade. No. Am I right with that? Kevin. Perfect typing. Okay, yeah. I was right there. He was on that team. Who's the other Big Three? Why am I blanking on that? Whatever. 4-time All-NBA first team. 1-time play for Cleveland. 7-time All-Star. Kevin Love? No. Last played in 2008. Okay, so I gotta think retired guys for the Warriors. Like, old retired guys before I was even born. I was born before 2008, first of all, but not that much. Shoot. I can't think of anyone that played for the Warriors besides Wilt. I might chalk this one up as a loss. And we're going to just go with Shaq didn't even play for the Warriors, but just throw it up there. Last played 1978. Holy, I do not know this. Kevin McHale. No. I don't know 70s, man. Look, I guess all people that have played in my lifetime. Right here. You're telling me retired in 2008, retired in 78, retired in 79. I don't know Cleveland players that retired in... Mark Price? No. I don't know this. Can I give up? When does it tell me the answers? Yeah, it's cool. Tell me who it was though. Who was it? Who? Okay, it won't tell me. Whatever. Lost. So, time for the fun games. I'm gonna play a few rounds of these. Obviously SGA is a top 4 player in the league. Keep. And it's all time. So that's not great. Kobe's top 10, so I'm going to keep that. Jason Kidd, I'm going to have to cut him. Jokic will be top 10 by the end of his career. Oh my goodness. I'd take Giannis over Shea, but it's like, we're going to have to cut. Steve Nash cut. Shaq is top 10. Okay, so if I would have known it was all time, I would have put Shea cut. Even though he's 2-time MVP, which realistically, Kevin Durant's only a 1-time MVP. So if we're thinking about it, this is a good list in terms of MVP. What does this say? 79. All right. Can I play this more than once? No, I cannot. 79 is passing grade, so we're chalking that up as a win. I thought this would be more like unlimited time, but it's not. So, what would I change out of this? If I actually knew everyone, I'd probably switch Shea and KD. I still put KD over Shea, even though he's won 2 MVPs. I personally think might have been Wemby this year, or Jokic. More likely Jokic over Wemby. But Jokic 100% I'd keep. Realistically, like a 5-time MVP at this point. Pretty much deserved the award. He's like a 1B type of player with half the awards over the last decade. Giannis 2-time MVP, so gotta respect that, but I will cut him. Kobe I have at like 9 all time. Shaq I have at like 7 all time. I can't cut those people. KD's in the 10s of all time. I don't know my exact rankings. I kind of just said loose numbers for Kobe and Shaq. We got to respect those two good competitors. Jason Kidd, great player, not as good as these other guys. Hall of Fame talent, 100% deserved. Great player, great talent, but not Kobe Shaq level. Not where I think Jokic will be. And like I said, maybe I'd put him over Shea, but I had to start cutting people after I realized. But start, bench, cut. This seems like I can do more. But out of these, none of them are that great. But I will start McCall, bench Jalen Green, and cut Anthony Simons. 50. So this is what most people have been doing. Some people have Jalen Green starting. No one has Anthony Simons starting because I'm not saying he's not great, but he's not there. Like, these are... Mikal Bridges is at least a starter. Jalen Green, I don't know if he's starting. He's not that great. After he had the kid, phenomenal. Like, one of the greatest players. But we're going to keep going, looking through more. Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young. Trae Young is getting cut out of these three. Right now with Trae Young injured, I'm not putting him over these two because I both think they are like 8 to 12 range in current NBA players. If you want to see me predict like top 100 or rank my top 100 players from last year or predict top 100 players next year, I can. Just let me know in the comments if you want to see that. I am thinking about doing that video, so even if no one comments, I will probably do that. Jalen Brunson or D. Mitch. I'm going to have to go Jalen Brunson over D. Mitch. This is what most people say. It's this exact order. Other people... 2% have... Okay, so people are Knicks haters. I don't like the Knicks, I'm going to be honest. So Miami fan, Heat, Northern, Eastern teams, any New York teams, any Boston teams, I have beef with because I'm a Miami fan. But yeah, but I don't discredit Jalen Brunson. Put my hate aside. Now, we got wannabe Clint Capella. Well, doesn't want to be, but this is not great. Derek Lively has been pretty quiet this year. Was he injured? When we look at Derek Lively's stats, it's not going to change anything. 4 or 5. He hasn't done much. I was probably going to bench him anyways, but he has been out for a while as well. He played 7 games this season, so he's been injured. But even last year, still 8 points, 7 rebounds. It's not. He's a role player. I mean, all three of these are role players. But Miles Turner, as much as I just clowned DeAndre Ayton for what he's done, what I've seen him do so far in his career, I think put him at a start. Derek Lively had cut, and Miles Turner had benched. Now this is this isn't even top 3 because that's so split. But the whole thing with DeAndre Ayton, he's not great. But like when he was on what team was he? Oh wait, wasn't he the player that like couldn't go to the game because he got snowed in? I think so, when he was on the Trailblazers. But Miles Turner was just helping a championship team and then fell off once he was on the Bucks. So if this was last year, Miles Turner start, probably Derek Lively and then DeAndre Ayton. But because of this year, it's like this. Derek Lively hurt. I'm going to put him last. Same with Trae Young. So now we have young centers. Khalil Ware is like a Timu Wemby. That's how I can describe him. He has flashes. He has off days. Donovan Clingan has been pretty quiet, but a pretty steady player. Zach Edey hasn't been that great. I'm probably going to bench cut Zach Edey. Now it's between these two. As a Miami fan, it's a bit biased, but I've seen more games of Khalil Ware. I haven't seen as many highlights from Donovan Clingan, so I'm going to go this way. This is somehow the lowest possible one. Most people have Zach Edey first, Clingan, and then Ware. It's understandable. Now, retired players plus Lauri Markkanen. Seems like the weirdest 3 ever. Lauri has had not so great years. He's had great years. His career's kind of been up and down. Starting in Chicago, didn't do terrible at the start, and then new coach came in, didn't know how to use him, traded him away, had an all-star year with Utah. Had a pretty good year last year. I think 20-ish points. I'm probably going to cut Jermaine O'Neal. Start Lamar Odom and bench Lauri Markkanen. Okay, that's the lowest one again. People are saying swap these two, Lamar Odom and Jermaine O'Neal. Okay, so a lot of people are starting Jermaine O'Neal. Maybe I'm not caught up to date on Jermaine O'Neal. This is a good debate. All of them top 10 all time, 100%. Undoubtable. Tim Duncan, I think I have at 5th. So I personally think Tim Duncan, longevity, success, just routine basketball. That is the definition of routine basketball. It's Tim Duncan right there. Curry changed the game, and then Shaq is just a force to be reckoned with, but there's no Tim Duncan love, which is very surprising to me. Most people say Tim Duncan last. You know that one clip? The old dude yelling about Tim Duncan? I'm going to edit that in. But, like, come on, man. All right, one more, and then we're going to do the blind tier list. Vince Carter, T-Mac, and Carmelo Anthony. Got the cousins right here. T-Mac and Vince Carter. I mean, offensively, Carmelo's unstoppable. T-Mac's career was kind of cut short. So for that, I'm just going to say at their peaks. At their peaks. Like, who would I want on a team? Probably Carmelo first. Like, Knicks, Melo, 100%. Vince, can I take him back down? Okay, well, I can at least move him around. I don't know what I'd do at a T-Mac and Vince. Like, T-Mac's prime is good. Vince Carter's prime is good, too. I'm going to have to go Vince last, T-Mac, Carmelo. People are putting T-Mac over Carmelo, which I'm completely fine with. All right, last one of the day. I only get one attempt at this. Meta World Peace, considering this is all time, I'm going to have to put Meta World Peace probably tier 4. KD, I'm going to put tier 2. Jimmy, I think he's better than Meta World Peace. I'm going to put him tier 3. Clyde, I'd probably say Jimmy's better. Bernard King, I'm going to put tier 4. Mitch Richmond, 100% tier 4. Why do I have Kyle Kuzma here? I thought this would have been like greats. I saw KD, I saw Jimmy Butler, I saw Clyde, I saw Meta World Peace. I'm like, okay, this is a pretty high level talent. And then I get fucking Kyle Kuzma, bro. Brandon Ingram, oh my. Can I move Clyde up to can I just move these two up, move Jimmy Butler up, and then whatever. Larry Bird, I'm going to have to go 1. And then Grant Hill 2. Okay. It's not great. I don't even know how I got a 77 there. But if I could order this now, seeing it, KD at the top, Larry and Jimmy in the second tier, Grant Hill, Clyde, and Meta World Peace third tier, and then it would be Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, Bernard King, and Mitch Richmond tier 4. Maybe Meta and Bernard King switch. But other than that, that would kind of be how it is. But anyways, that'll wrap it up, everyone. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments section below what you want to see next. The 100 top NBA players, like I said, I can do that. I can do 100 top NFL players as well. Just whatever you want to see, let me know. I'll probably do some more Sporkle quizzes. Just keep doing ball knowledge while It's NFL offseason. I can do updates on that. NBA playoffs around the corner. I can do updates in each of the game. Just let me know what you want to see. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.